What's up guys, TopTierYugioh here, and today we have a Pendulum deck profile, and to clarify, this is going to be Majespecter DracoPals. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start with the Majespecters. We play 3 Raccoon, 2 Unicorn, and 1 Toad. I like Raccoon because it can search both high and low scales. Unicorn is a 2 scale, Toad is a 5 scale. So that's really useful because it adds a lot of consistency to the deck. Unicorn is really good against Burning Abyss, probably the most popular deck right now, and it's also pretty decent in the mirror match and against Monarchs. It's really only bad against Cosmos since they can't be targeted. Toad's good because it can search your traps. I don't like how it tells you, like, you have to set it right in front of your opponent so they know, like, this trap is going to be a Tempest. But I do like the fact that it can search it, and if they don't have an answer to it, then they just don't have an answer to it. And I played Toad over Fox because Toad's a high scale and Fox is a low scale. Next we have the standard Draco Slayer engine. We have 1 Luster, 3 Master, 1 Lecter, and 1 Vector. These allow us to go into our powerful Draco Slayer extra deck monsters. For the PerformaPal engine we have 1 Monkeyboard, 1 Joker. Those are your 1 card scales, so if you can play Monkeyboard, you can just search like a PerformaPal Odd Eyes Unicorn. So you have 1 and 8 scales. Or if you have Joker, you can search Monkeyboard and then do the same thing. You have 3 Sorcerer for popping your scales and searching other parts of the engine. Such as your Pot of Greed, you have your 1 Guitardle and your 1 Lizard Draw. That combo is still going strong. I mean, Guitardle's draws are just very useful. Even when you don't have the Lizard Draw to go with it, just having like Guitardle Monkeyboard is a great play. Then we have 1 Odd Eyes PerformaPal Phoenix and 2 Unicorns. I chose this ratio because Unicorn is at 8 scale, so that's the best scale you have in the deck. The best high scale at least, and so you always want that. Whereas Phoenix is a 3 scale. Which that isn't the best because it doesn't allow you to pendulum summon your Raccoons, your Archfiend Eccentrics. You want like a 1 or 2 scale such as Monkeyboard and Sorcerer. So Phoenix isn't really the best scale, and it doesn't have an amazing monster effect either. It is useful, but it's not amazing. So Phoenix is really only there because it is a searchable low scale. Next we have 3 Magical Abductors, one of my favorite cards in the deck because it has so much utility. Being able to search any Pendulum monster is just crazy. You only need to activate 3 spells first, but in a Pendulum deck, all of your monsters are spells. It's so easy to get 3 counters, and you play 26 other Pendulum monsters, so it's pretty easy. Then you also have cards like Terraforming. So you play Terraforming, you get 1 counter, then Sky Iris gets you your 2nd counter. Sky Iris is going to search you a scale, and then when you play that scale, that's your 3rd counter automatically. Or Painful Decision. If you play Painful Decision, that's 1 counter, then you're going to add a Master. You play Master, that's the 2nd counter. Use Master to blow itself up, and you play another scale on top of that, and that's your 3rd counter. So that's 6 easy cards in your deck that are going to give you 3 counters automatically. And then Upstart's also like a easy counter, it just does nothing. A combo that I like to do often is I'll Pendulum summon Magical Abductor and Sorcerer, then I'll use Sorcerer to pop both scales to search Guitardle and Lizard Draw. So then I'll play Guitardle for 1 counter, I'll play Lizard Draw for the 2nd counter, activate Lizard Draw's effect and Guitardle's effect, draw 2, and then I'll play another low scale, and then that'll give me the 3rd counter and I can search a Veiler. So that's really awesome, being able to search Veiler for pretty much free. So Magical Abductor is awesome. And finally 1 Eccentric Archfiend for the Pendulum monsters, and for the other monsters we play 2 Maxi and 2 Veiler. I think it's a pretty balanced ratio that it works. Because right now Maxi and Veiler are both each only good against half the meta. So Maxi is only good against Burning Abyss and Cosmo, and Veiler is only good against Monarchs and Pendulums. So if you play like 3 of one and none of the other, you're just going to have a dead card in like half of your matchups, which is kind of bad. But in this deck, you can at least search Veiler when you need it, and then you also have Max C if you draw it, so it's balanced. I like it. For the spells, we have 2 Sky Iris and 2 Terraforming for searching your high and low scales depending on what you need, also getting your counters on Abductor. These 4 cards are really good for the consistency. We have 2 Painful Decision for helping us get into Draco Slayer combos easier because it searches your master and puts 1 in the graveyard for your Dynasters. I like this over Unexpected Die just for that reason, because Die just summons your master. And it's a Pendulum deck, it's easy to summon master. You want to be able to use that Dynaster to its best ability, and Painful Decision lets you do that. 1 Odd Eyes Fusion, because Vortex Dragon is a boss. I mean, that card is insane, and going 2nd and being able to search this off of a Sky Iris is so powerful because you can just add it to your hand for free with Sky Iris, and then summon a free Vortex Dragon. Like, it's crazy. Then we play 1 Draco Face Off and 1 Upstart Goblin to finish off the spells, and the only trap is Majespecter Tempest. I chose Tempest over Tornado because I think Tempest is better in the mirror match because you can negate like these monsters. You can also negate Cosmos tag out effects, and you can negate like Edia on summon, Monarchs on summon, things like that. And the only matchup it's really not good against is Burning Abyss. but that's why I decided to one Tornado. For the extra deck, we have one Ignister, probably the best removal in the game. 2 Dynasters, I might go up to 3. Dynaster has a really powerful effect, it's easy to summon, it helps you cycle your Draco Slayers, and it protects your boards. I really want to go to 3. It's just really often where I want to summon Titanic Galaxy, but I only have 2 Dynasters and 1 Ignister. And I don't want to use both my Dynasters or my 1 Ignister just for a number 38, so I'm thinking about adding a 3rd Dynaster. We'll see. Let me know what you think actually. Then we have the 1 Vortex Dragon, another form of negation. This deck has a lot of searchable forms of negation, and this is just another of them. Then we have the Meteor Burst Dragon and the Rebellion Dragon for summoning Vortex. So if we have nothing on our side of the field and the opponent has 2 monsters, we can summon our Vortex Dragon by sending Meteor Burst and Rebellion to the graveyard, which is awesome. Then we have 1 Totem Bird because Majespecter Raccoon is a level 3 wind monster, so you can go into Totem Bird, which gives you once again another form of negation. Really good in the Monarch matchup and the Mirror match. 1 Magister for helping extend your combos and again searching any Pendulum monster in your deck. 1 Direwolf and 1 Castel for clearing problems away. And then we have Dweller for Burning Abyss and Cosmo, Utopia and Utopia Lightning for also Burning Abyss and Cosmo. And then we have 1 Pleiades. You can go into Pleiades with the Odd Eyes Performage Phoenix and then the Artifact Lanceas in the side deck. But this might come out for the 3rd Dynaster. I haven't decided yet, but it might come out for that. It probably will. And the last Xyz monster is number 38, Hope Harbinger Titanic Dragon Galaxy monster thing. For negating spell cards. Good against Monarchs in the Mirror match. For the side deck, we have 2 Artifact Lanceas, 2 Flying Seas, 1 Maxi and 1 Veiler, so you can go to like 3 of each in the matchups in which it's relevant. 1 Raigeki for going second, 1 Necro Valley, which is really awesome because you can search with Terraforming, and it's pretty good against PK Fire, Monarchs, and Cosmo. 1 Secret Village of the Spellcasters, which is also really good against Monarchs, and I also like this against Card Demise Stun, because if you play this, they can activate Card Demise or Card of Duality, or any of the few spell cards they play, but they are usually generally powerful. And if they're playing the Cleaver one, they can't use their scales either, so that comes up. 3 Full House also for Card Demise Stun decks, 2 Mask of Restrict for Monarchs, and then Tornado for Burning Abyss. And so that is my DracoPal Majespecter list. If you guys are on YGO Pro, Dev Pro, DN, definitely go out and make this deck, give it a shot. I think it's really solid, very consistent, and you can make all the plays. Through Magical Abductor, Magister, and between Magical Abductor and Magister, you can search any card in the deck. And that just gives the deck so much consistency, so much utility as well. Like, you can do whatever you want whenever you want. So if you have any questions about any of these, let me know in the comment section. If you have any requests for other decks that you'd like to see, definitely let me know. And if you have any other feedback, I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.